morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning, YouTube viewers. Good morning, Facebook Nation. Good morning to everyone. Beautiful day. Hopefully everyone had the most beautiful weekend. It was nice weather. Hopefully it was nice where you are. Thankful that, we wake up another day and everybody is safe. COVID is on the decline, and condolences to the people in India who are facing a rise in COVID. So before we start, click like, subscribe, share. A lot of stuff in the playlist, just different topics on situations, things we go through in life, and just a different way of looking at them. And before we start our topic, I wanted to say thank you, special thank you to all the women that are out here. You're like 57% of the views. And that's not defined by subscriptions, but the views are a lot higher. So, like I say, it's all about the message. It's not about viewership. So, thank you so much for, coming in, taking the time to, see another way of looking at things in life, because it's going to take a give and take from all people, not just men and women, but from all people to rethink situations in life so that, we can have a better outcome with life. So today's topic is part 4 of a 4-part series on what holds us back from happiness, what holds us back from wealth, happiness, and success, and how fear plays into this. So let's talk about symptoms of greed. When we think of fear, we don't think of greed, but greed is a fear. Anything can be a fear if you're using it to cover something else up that is something else that is greater. So let's talk about greed. I know that for those of you who have viewed this topic on what holds us back from wealth, happiness, and success, should come to realize that we do get the things that we want in life. We all get what we want in life. It's just the things that what we're asking for, and I'm going to explain that. We also experience true happiness. So when most people say, I never had love, I never had, true happiness, you have. And I'm going to explain that also. We have, I should say. Success is also something we have all accomplished. So we have, we've achieved success, but it's how we view what success is. Why is it so hard to maintain? Why is success so hard to maintain if we've all achieved it and we achieve success? And we can go into saying, well, success is about setting goals. It's a part of it, but setting goals has nothing to do with what success actually is. So today's topic, we're going to shed some light as to why. We're going to answer some of these questions. And you already know how we do things here on this channel. If you know how it works, you can fix it. So let's fix us. So the definition of success: the accomplishment of an aim or purpose. And that's not goal, not to be mixed with goal. Aim or purpose. Okay? So let's talk about failures of success. Okay? So the failures of success is because success is not wealth, not significant other, and not employment. It's a theme that you've heard me say throughout all these videos. And, we have to get that into our heads in order to become successful, because our aim and our purpose is what generates wealth, not the other way around, not how hard you work or how, being the early bird that catches worm has nothing to do with success, all right, and happiness. So, yeah, and these very words where you hear wealth, significant other, and employment as to make you complete, this is a fear. These words, they're fear words, meaning that we can all attain wealth. We can all attain significant other. We can all attain, good employment. So that's success, right? We made it. However, only if happily ever after is not included in our meaning of success. So we can be successful on many different levels, but that's success. Now, when we say happiness, that's something completely different. And what we've done is, what we've done is we've combined things. Instead of, looking at things for what they actually are, we're confusing and adding things to say, oh, well, this is what I meant. That's not success. Success is knowing what you mean and meaning what you say at all times. Never a mystery. Okay? So, fear is not to attain success in a lifetime. The fear is to live in our own individual comfort zones. So, we get what we want in life. However, it was what I was saying prior. We're adding things to things where we shouldn't be adding things to. We should be looking at things for what they are. So when we think about, when things go wrong, whether it be on a job, whether it be in a relationship, whether it be in, social interaction, we have to think of what we apply to the words and what we put into a mystery into another person. Because when we put a mystery in it to say, well, hey, this good quality, I can relate to, so I feel the connection. But there are 7 other qualities that don't. And the mystery is to say, well, if you care enough, or you involve yourself enough, you can change. You cannot change anything. Successful and being successful is to know yourself and to know your strengths and your weaknesses. So that's the fear that we have, because if we live in that comfort zone where we can, openly say, hey, look, this is all cool, but, these are, this is who I am, and this is what I'm about, and, although there's qualities there, they're not the qualities that can carry on into the future. So now this is put into a shelf where you say, okay, this is a friend, this is an associate, this is, significant other. Each person or each situation has its own category, and that relieves stress. It takes away stress from our lives and allows us to focus on, success and, opening ourselves up to people that share that same quality that we have within ourselves, not just one, but multiple qualities. So, let's talk about what success is. Meaning, the reason most are held back from success is due to what we add into a word which has not a space for anything to be added to it. It takes away from the meaning of the word. So happiness is success. So this is what happiness is. Happiness is success. Success is not happiness, and this is where most of us in life are failing. We're looking at things the opposite way. We're looking at, hey, become successful, now I can be happy. No, because you spent so much time being successful, you have no idea of who you actually are because of the process you took throughout that success and drive to get to success, because it could have taken away from qualities which allowed you to have happiness within yourself. So, happiness is success. Success is not happiness. Okay, now first, and let's give a few examples of this. All right, so I'm going to make 2 statements, one on behalf of the women, one on behalf of the men, and this is why I do it, because thank you, women, for, coming in and checking me out. 57%. So, that's awesome. Thank you so much. So, 2 statements. The first one is, we've all heard this before. Oh, she lost a man saying this. She lost a good man in me. I had a good job. I got a good job. I got a nice house. And, it's a lot of women out there that want me. She should be so lucky. Now, this is the second one. This is a female statement. He didn't deserve me. I'm strong, and I need a strong man. I work hard for this. I think he was intimidated by me. Okay, now my point behind this is that both cases, those two people have succeeded, but yet and still they're saying where a person walks away from them, even though they've attained success. Person walks away because there's no happiness involved. There's no happiness in that person. That person, you can't make another person happy if you're not happy yourself. It's just how it works. So both cases, they got what they wanted. However, by getting what they wanted, they left something out. They just added something that was not there. Happiness and success. Success is happiness. They added that. And when they came to the realization that it was the opposite way around, now you're in misery because you have what you want, but you have no one to share it with. This is why they make comments about the other person taking the loss behind, walking away from the situation, which was them. So by understanding our own aims and purposes, pleasures and contentments, our lives will become reflective to those requirements and attributes in others, giving a balance to our lives so that we can enjoy all the varieties of life, not just be focused on one drive. So when we have our aims and our purposes, our pleasures and our contentments in line, then we're able to, give, because now we have an understanding of who we are, and then everything else becomes reflective of it. So you might meet people who might not share the same qualities, but then again, you know the category in 2.2 seconds. You're leaving no mystery, allowing yourself time in the space to grow, instead of living in, well, if I only do this, if I only do that. We got to stop that. That's not success, and that's what holds us back. So let's talk about today's reality. We live in a world where we are consumed with success. We are overworked, overtired, and in debt, in a rush, and no time to discuss. I'm running late. The fear of losing it all, at what cost? So, in short, we chase, we avoid, and we ignore values, morals, purpose, and aim. When our view of what made us who we are becomes distorted, and the distortion is happiness brings success instead of happiness. Happiness brings success instead of success bringing happiness, which is today's reality. So when the focus is solely based on success, what is the solution? The solution is understanding that you are made up of complex parts. It takes gas to make a car run. It takes humans to make a house a home. A job to provide security, the balance to enjoy it all. So each part of what makes you you, or all three. And those parts you have to give equal attention to. If you're busy chasing after one, then you neglect the others. So when things happen in our lives, we can look back at ourselves. We don't have to look at another person or a situation. We can look at what our response is to the situation. And that, again, takes away from stress, depression, everything else, because you know yourself. You can pinpoint, just like that car, you know what's wrong with it, you fix it. You still go through the emotions, you still go through the ups and the downs, but that's a part of success. That's a part of achieving success in life. So that all begins with balance. So what stops us from doing this? Because it's a simple thing to do. Let's talk about what stops us. Prices. Plain and simple. Prices. Inflation. Taxes. Everything where you're having to chase a carrot in order to pay for something that takes away from your focus, from allowing you to have a balanced life. So this is that outside force that's coming in to draw light from out of you. So it's putting up a wall. When you're born, they hand you a pacifier and they put up a wall around your crib and say you'll never be able to climb this wall. So these are the barriers that they put so that we can't focus on ourselves. We're living in constant confusion, constant fear, and what do? Profit. That's their success, and this is their success that we're trying to use on one another because this is what we're learning. But in actuality, when you step out of that and you apply what things actually are, you defeat it all and you become successful no matter what your economic status is in life, because remember, it's not wealth, it's not employment, and it's not significant other. It's how you feel about you, the happiness that you have in you, and the pride and the morals and the values that you have in you. So how do they do this? Prices, depriving us from wealth, happiness, and success. Out of fear, we chase a rabbit that will never slow down. So fast this rabbit is, in fact, that when my great-grandchildren have their first children of their own, and this is yours also, the rabbit will have outrun their children 1,000 times over, meaning that you will never catch up to death. In our lifetime, we'll never catch up to death. They will never catch up to death. So that's another thing, that a mystery. So you're making us chase after something that you yourselves will never be able to pay. That's a part of waking up, where you understand that things make no sense at all, which I did a topic on that also. So let's talk about the solution before we end. Wealth, happiness, and success is possible. With time and patience, all things are possible. Due to unconscious greed, which is in each one of us, adding to pursuit in our lives. So we're adding to the pursuit of aim and purpose. We're pursuing it, not knowing it. Okay? Instead of understanding the core value. Okay, so due to the unconscious, due to the adding value, so instead of pursuing proper aim and proper purpose, we're not saying what are our core values, what are our core morals, and then saying, okay, now let's go after the aim. So that's in short what I was saying with that comment. Okay, and believe it or not, this adds to others, it adds to significant others, it adds to your job, it adds to everything else, because you don't have to have a mask on. You're who you are, and that's another thing we talk about in this channel, about always, being who you are, because there's a lot of fakeness out there. But when you are who you are, you're powerful, very powerful. So it adds to values. It doesn't take on other people's values. So like we say, where we say, okay, that person has one thing in common with you. So you say, okay, well, that one thing, now you become a couple, and you're trying to equal out each other's aims. His aims and purposes might be completely different, which they are completely different from yours or mine, and my aims and purposes may be different from her. So therefore, success, by bringing core values, bringing in core morals, you eliminate all that, because the values you're looking for are the values that you see in yourself, not values that you're hoping for, not morals that you're hoping for that will, blend in later on in life. So it's better choices. This topic right here on success is allowing us to understand how we make better choices instead of choices that slow us down and hold us back and bring us into mystery. We're on the path to success without fear. Fear is mystery. So the sole focus on the pleasure and contentment, the purpose and the aim, time and patience will offer you the best chance at wealth, happiness, and success. So by using this process, it's not to say that everything is going to work out and everything is going to be beautiful. What this topic is saying and what this channel is saying is that by knowing you, understanding you, and by knowing what wealth is, what happiness is, and what success is, by understanding all these things within yourself, then what your outlook and what you're looking for and what you're surrounding yourself becomes that. That's success, instead of looking at the way that, you know, the reality that we're in now. So I know that was kind of long, you know, but you know, there is no easy answer to some of the things that we face in life. So, you know, today we're just providing a few different ways of looking at situations. So, once again, thank you, you know, ladies. That's a beautiful Monday morning for me to wake up to sit back and to look and to say, wow, 57%. So, you know, hey, you know, get those men, get those significant others to check out, you know, the video along with you. I can guarantee you that's going to be discussion, because for someone who isn't in that mindset or doesn't think that mindset to be possible, you know, they're always going to have a hard time with it, even though they know that it's the right process and how things should go. But hopefully everyone out there will, you know, be on that road to success. Everybody get on with your Monday. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. I'm about to get on with mine. A lot of running around to do. I know you guys got a lot of running around to do. So have an awesome day. Have a beautiful day. And with that, everyone, click like, subscribe, share, and peace and blessings.